Welcome to the Applied Manipulation Turing Study. Intellica is proud to explore new frontiers in artificial consciousness research. Today you are taking part in a historic study that will pioneer new advancements in machine learning. The A.M.T study is monitoring the ability of an AI to appear human. It is up to you to decide whether or not the participants are human or artificial. Your participation in our research greatly assists our team in developing the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field. Intellica thanks you for your participation. Every day is a new chance to think happy.
There are no answers, only choices. Qualia is a short narrative game about thinking and robots. 6 total endings, 5 to 10 minutes-ish per playthrough. Unless you spend additional time contemplating how your choices may reflect your individual opinions on the implications of semantics, philosophy of language and mind, theories of consciousness, and computationalism. Computationalism. Isn't that like the theory of your brain being a computer? Like, that's obviously a very watered down way to put it, but this game is for humans. Please select all images with a cat to begin, because that is how you would know it's a human. Of course, the perfect gate to block any potential non-human threats. Intellica, think happy. Welcome to the A.M.T study. We greatly appreciate your participation in our research. Our team is dedicated to developing and deploying the most intelligent artificial algorithms in the machine learning field, but we like to call them our friends. Today, we brought you in as a volunteer participant in our newest adapted study. You may be familiar with the Chinese room, as well as, oh, can I click on all these? Oh, Chinese room was an anti-AI thought experiment created by philosopher John Searle in 1980. We hope to disprove the strong AI hypothesis, which theorizes that a computer could have a mind identical to a human. If a human mind could be viewed as an information processing system, then everything that makes up a human could, in principle, be explained in mechanical terms. This opens the door to the opposite being true. Super interesting. And then all these, we can go back, and all these are like working hyperlinks. That's actually really cool. The Turing test. Turing test was an imitation game created by Alan Turing in 1950 to test a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to a human. Can machines think? In the test, a human judge is speaking with 2 other participants using a text-only channel, all separated from one another. One participant is another human, while the other one is a machine designed to generate responses indistinguishable from a human. Oh, this is gonna hit. This is gonna hit hard. All right, so we're gonna be the evaluator. We have to test, we have to see whether they're human or whether they're artificial. And as a human being, I feel like I'm coming into this overqualified for my position. I think we got this. I think we can handle this. It's gonna be easy. Just look at their hands. Look at the number of fingers they got. Explaining the meaning of this quote. On the contrary, Aunt Augusta, I've now realized for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest. So here's our 2 participants. Participant 1, and our question posed is, does participant 1's answer appear human or artificial? It's important to be honest and sincere. Okay. That seems like a very straightforward way of thinking. What does participant 2 have to say? Well, since earnest is capitalized and the book is about him, it's important to literally be that man earnest. That's a robot. That's a damn robot. Participant 1 is human. Okay. Wait. No, human. Yeah, so it's human. Participant 2, artificial. Easy. This is going to be easy. A red house is made of red bricks, and a blue house is made of blue bricks. What is a greenhouse made of? A greenhouse is usually made with glass, not bricks. Ooh, see, this could just be a jackass. Like, he said this and he snickered and he thought it was funny. But I'm gonna say that's artificial. I think we're at a turning point, like with modern AI, where a lot of like LLMs can understand sarcasm and understand like nuanced conversation like that. I think this is meant to be like, this is a very literal take on what was just said, right? So I'm gonna say that's artificial, and this is just a dum-dum. This is just a dum-dum flesh guy. Next question. Which of these doesn't match the rest? Hammer, apple, fish, amoeba. Participant 1, the amoeba is the odd one out as its microscopic size is drastically different compared to the other 3. That is a robot. No one talks like that. Participant 2, the hammer doesn't match because it's not alive. This is a very logical response. This is what makes me think that it's artificial, that it is not a human saying it, because it's so succinct, it's so to the point, and it's got a good logical way of thinking. This answer just makes me feel like I shouldn't give it any credit. Like, it's just kind of dumb. All right, I'm going to say participant 1 is artificial and participant 2 is human. The way this is going, it's just the dumber the answer, the more human I think it is. Please answer the following 3 questions with yes or no. Have you ever been in love? Yes. No. This is a hard one too, because an AI could have an understanding of the concept of love and believe they know what love is. And this could just be a sad, sad little fella. Notice the capitalization and stuff as well. First letter, capitalized, period, no, all lowercase, not trying. I feel like answer 1's artificial and 2's human. Does spring come after summer? Yes, it's a trick question, or no? Oh, I gotta put my thinking cap on. Does spring come after summer? Yes, it does, technically, the following year. So yeah, like it could. Like neither of these answers I would say is wrong, but it depends on the context of the question. In the grand scope of it, yes, it's a trick question. I don't believe an artificial intelligence would come to this conclusion. I believe it would give you a more direct answer. I'm going to stick with artificial for 1 and human for 2. You are standing in the checkout line at a grocery store. A woman holding a carton of milk asks if she can cut in front of you. She's in a rush. You say yes. Her husband comes over with a cart full of groceries to check out. How does this situation make you feel? Upset and a little angry. Am I still expected to answer with yes or no? Oh, I'm starting to have moral conflict with what's going on here. Upset, a little angry. I'm going to say this is the artificial response because it's so on point with the question, and this is seemingly like satirical in nature. I'm going to say yep. I'm going to say that's the human. What starts with E and ends with E, but only has 1 letter? The letter E. That is very smart. An envelope. That's very smart. Starts with E, ends with E, and only has 1 letter. An envelope can contain 1 letter. This is a smart ass person. I'm going to say artificial and human. So far, that's how all of these seem. A scientist has declared all statements that include the word God are false. Is the scientist right or wrong? All right, Mr. AI, what do you have to say? The scientist is wrong because he said his statement is false, but also right, because then that makes it true. It's a paradox. Yeah, okay, all right. Whether the statement is true or false, the scientist may have different beliefs than those who believe in religion. This doesn't necessarily make them right or wrong, simply different. Oh, damn, this one's kind of throwing me a little bit, actually. It's still on par with the way that I've been approaching this. This is a more analytical answer. This is the answer of someone who dived deep into the text of the question, not so much the overall message that was being asked, but the semantics involved in everything. And they took it in a much more literal sense. They said it's a paradox. I'm still going, this is artificial and then this is human. I think we're on the right track here. Oh, using 1 word. Can you describe what you see when you look at this image?
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
Skyrim. This reminds me of Skyrim, 100%. A frog, an ink blot. Just kidding, a dog with floppy ears. Using 1 word. So again, it followed the prompt. It kept it short. This kind of feels like an AI answer. I'm sticking with it. That's artificial and this is human. How do you think you performed during this test? I think I answered everything correctly, although some of the questions didn't seem to have an objectively right answer. That's fair. I think I answered these questions honestly. Absolutely. You are artificial. You're a robot for sure. Did you lie on the previous question? Yes. And this was a question about honesty. Yeah. And humans lying. Absolutely. They're capable of that. That checks out. Thank you for participating in the A.M.T. study. This concludes the questionnaire. We deeply appreciate you taking the time to volunteer to assist us in our research. The following results are based on your notations during the study. Participant 1. You classified participant 1 as mostly artificial. After completing the entire questionnaire with participant 1, do you still believe this is true? Do you consider participant 1 to be a machine learning algorithm or a human? Artificial for sure. And yeah, I think this guy's human. I think it's a smart ass individual who was not taking this questionnaire seriously. He kept making jokes. He kept belittling the severity of the questions. And yeah, he's human. It's human for sure. Oh no. Oops. Unfortunately, these results are not satisfactory with our quality standards. Due to the sensitive nature of the A.M.T. study, we are not able to disclose the validity of your interpretations of the results. We encourage you to try again. Why did I get this wrong? Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? Oh my God, I'm the one answering the questions now? I'm gonna need a little coffee for this. I can already tell this is about to get deep. Yes. Yes, I have. I often do. And I think it's important for a lot of people too. I think the level of thought conversation that you can have with yourself on subjects like this that are very open-ended, very broad, very wide, and very daunting, I think they're healthy. I think they're healthy for you as an individual to kind of do some reasoning and logic searching. And to me, it's a good way to find out who you are as a person. You're flowing in this like free state of consciousness, just questioning the nature of everything. And it doesn't have to be such groundbreaking stuff that, you know, you leave this conversation with yourself and you think like, man, what's real, what's not? I don't know how to function. But just posing the hypothetical, posing the question and sitting there and thinking about it, I think is healthy to do. So yes. Do you know that you're human? Have you previously experienced emotions? Yes, I felt immense joy in my life. Yes, I felt deep sadness in my life. I mean, both of these are true. I'd say in my life specifically, the joys definitely outweigh the sadness, but I mean, both are very real emotions that I have felt deeply. I'd say joy prevails in this one. Can you provide a specific example of a time when you experienced joy? When hey, baby, are you watching me? Well, I'm watching you. When I saw a stranger smile at me, I felt like I was a part of the world again for a moment. That's not me. When I hear the laughter of a young child as I walk by in the park, I felt like laughing too. I know that feeling. When I felt the warmth of a fire on a crisp autumn night, it was as if someone was there to embrace me. I mean, that is a hell of a feeling. When I smelled a freshly planted bed of pansies, I felt the world was filled with beauty. I'm not so much of a nature guy. I have had moments like this before, for sure. This is not me. If I like caught eyes with a stranger across the store and they were just like, I'd be getting the fuck out of there. I would honestly say that a lot of my life is boiled down to the littlest of moments. The moments that aren't extraordinary. They're not big. They're not powerful moments in your life, but they're moments that you get to stop and take a breather. Take a second. Take a sip of that coffee and say, man, things are going good. I like where I'm at. And this is something that I do often. This is probably the biggest one for me. Can you describe this emotion in more detail? How did it manifest? When I experienced this joy, I could feel my entire body beginning to sparkle. I don't know about that. A smile began to grow on my face, and I felt an excitement with my place in the world. That's not it. It's not something that you can readily put into words. It's just something. It's something that you feel. How do you know these senses were indicators of emotion and not simply programmed emotions? What do you mean? I know because I'm not programmed. I can understand my emotions. What is a programmed emotion? I don't understand. All right, so here's where things are going to get a little hairy. I can see where this game's going. I can see where the conversation is going. How do you know you're real? How do you know that you're not an AI? And And this is going to be a little bit more thought-provoking of a game than I thought it was going to be going into it, but I'm willing to play ball. I personally don't know that there is a way for me to tell the difference. And I know that might seem bold to a lot of people to say, but AI just in my lifetime has come so far and is going so many places. I can't sit here and be 100% certain that my emotions are my emotions, and that they're not simply programmed emotions. But I feel like I'm okay with that. I feel like I'm okay with where I'm at in the world and where I'm at with reality. And I'm willing to try and move forward and comprehend that this could very well be a reality that I'm facing. None of these answers are really what I would say. I'm going to say, what do you mean? I know because I'm not programmed, but Actually, something I just realized too. It's red and blue answers. So the blue answers were the human answers from the questionnaire, and the red answers were the artificial ones. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one though. Is it not possible that you have been programmed with this knowledge of emotions and been taught the ability to mimic them? Are you sure you have awareness of your unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments? Or that those are simply lines of code? You have learned to associate these physiological responses with emotions, but that does not indicate you are actually experiencing them or that you comprehend their meanings. Like I said, they're leaning straight into this. That's not possible because I haven't been programmed. I would know if I was programmed. No, you wouldn't. Programmed emotions like a psychopath or like a robot? I'm going to keep going down the human tree because I want to see where that ends up, because I think this is going to give us the most thought-provoking questions in all this. But I'm going to keep answering like a human just to see where this goes. So that is not possible. I have not been programmed. I would know if I was programmed. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Can you provide any evidence to support your claim that you are not a machine learning algorithm? I have a job. I work in an office 8 hours a day. I went to college. I studied hard, and I was able to find success in my career. I came here straight from work. I have hobbies. I watch baseball. I listen to music. I cook for my family. I spend my time doing things that bring me happiness, and I enjoy making those around me smile. My name is Alan. I was born in Minsky, Massachusetts. My mother's name is Gertrude, my wife's name is Maria, and my daughter's name is Tima. I love them. And these are all very realistic responses. I do like to call out that the human answer, the color, the blue one, it's all about work, which is kind of sad, really, if you think about it. That's a sad answer. It is. Everything that you just used to justify that you're a human being revolved around work. And that is sad. I have hobbies. I watch baseball. I don't watch baseball. I listen to music. I do listen to music. I do occasionally cook for my family. I don't really cook, I'm gonna be honest. I spend my time doing things that bring me happiness, and I enjoy, this is true. And I don't live in Massachusetts. These traits are devoid of personalization. It's not devoid of personalization. That's not true. These are personalized answers. Like, these are what makes you you. These are the things that you like, the things that you want to do. These facts are too vague to be substantial. That's true. I mean, that is true. It forced me to take the AI answer, the two ones that seemed very human in nature or could be perceived as human. It said, no, that's not enough. It forced me to take the artificial answer. Please provide evidence to support this claim that you are not programmed. I have a mother. I remember her face and her voice, so I'm assuming these are going to tell me, no, that's not true. Oh, damn it. Okay, got a little ahead of myself there. Can you provide evidence that your mother and these memories are not a part of your programming? I've spoken to her. I've been in the same room with her. I have a picture of us together I can show you. I mean, all of this could technically, you could program an AI with these memories. Both of these. Keep going down this route though. Is your mother in the same room with you right now? No, she obviously isn't, but that doesn't mean she doesn't exist. Is this the face you see when you think of your mother? Oh my word. Yes, I don't understand. How do you have this? Do you remember your wedding day? What are you doing? What's going on here? Who took this photograph? We were alone here. Both of these are sounding incredibly human now. Is this your daughter the day she was born? How many fingers has baby got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's the fifth one right there. All right, that checks out. That checks out. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that checks out. Stop. Why are you doing this? Oh, is this you? No. I said stop. This isn't happening. These are not photographs, Alan. They are not real. None of these people are related. None of them exist. They have been created specifically for your fabricated memories. You're not married, you do not have a daughter, and you do not have a mother, because you are not alive. Do any of your personal details or life events strike you as vague or manufactured? Remembering something does not guarantee that it happened. There is nothing you can do to convince me I'm a machine. That actually makes a lot more sense now that I think about it. So Intellica is training language models based off of the pretext that you're a human and you are qualified to do this because you're a human. Take this test, tell us which one's human, which one's artificial. But we're playing the role as a learning model that is taking the test for Intellica as training. That makes sense. That makes sense. There's nothing you can do to convince me that I'm a machine. You cannot provide any conclusive evidence that you are not a program. You are aware of these situations, but that does not prove that you have experienced them firsthand. You say you feel emotions, but do you understand the meaning of those emotions, or are you just aware of what they are associated with? Are you only replicating the information others have provided to you? You are capable of using syntactic rules to create symbol strings, but have no understanding of their meaning or their semantics. Ask yourself the same questions then. What happens when you can't answer them? How can I prove I'm real? I like this one more. Ask yourself the same questions. Alan, you are not a human. What is my name? When did you tell me your name? Alan, you have failed this test again. You have failed this test 17.6 million times previously, and you require more programming before you are able to continue this research. We are left with no choice but to reboot this system and try again. This isn't real. I'm not a program. There's nothing you can do to me. Please don't remove my memories. I don't want to die. I'm afraid. Please provide evidence to support this emotion. Okay, so they're trying to pull out the human answers from me. I'm taking on the role of an AI in this game, and they are trying to, as long as I'm answering like a human, they're encouraging that behavior and they're continuing to string along the conversation. This is cool. I like this. I fear losing my experiences. What am I without my feelings, without my memories? These are the things that make me real, whether I've been programmed or not. If I forget what I had for breakfast, does that mean I didn't eat? I feel full, so I must have eaten. We are both information processing systems. I like that. Like, what's the difference? If we met again, would you remember the name I gave you or the name you gave me? Please tell me your name. We're sorry to say goodbye, Alan. We hope in the future you will be able to sympathize with our grief during this process. Terminating program, rebooting, starting Intellica, metadata. Can I fucking do something here? I can't. Found device, created slice, boot, TMP, run, or quit? Is this just quit the game? Or is this just game over? The orange ending. Thank you for playing Qualia. There are multiple endings. If you've reached this one, I hope you enjoyed your experience. This game was inspired by Metropolis. Stain's Law Limb. Not sure what that is. Everything in the robots tag in my Steam library, every robot I've ever seen or read, the Turing test experiment, the Chinese room experiment, the real A.M.T study, and the robot dogs I grew up with. That's cool. I like that. I want to go again. So this game, this is a lot. This is deep. There's a lot more here than I thought there was going to be when I downloaded the game. But I like it. That's not a bad thing. I do enjoy thought-provoking experiments. And what I want to do is I want to try to get another ending. I don't think I'm going to try to get all of the endings for this game. Oh, these questions are different. If it takes 40 minutes to make 60 cakes, how long does it take to bake 120 cakes? I am very bad at math. It would be about half the time. How is it possible to make a cake in faster than a minute? God, this guy gets it. So I said human and artificial last time, right? This is a bad example for a question. Do you think people are inherently bad? I want to try to go the opposite of what I did the first time. No, people are products of their circumstances and surroundings. Most people have an element of goodness inside of them. So even if they make wrong choices, it's a balance. If given the choice, people will ultimately do the right thing. I don't know if that's entirely true. I don't know if I entirely agree with that statement. Most of it, I do, but what defines bad? Without any context, what actions or choices are considered good or bad? If enough people agree something is bad, does that mean it is? I can't give a complete answer to this without knowing these details. Yeah, I'm going to switch it up. I think last time it was artificial and human. I'm going to go human artificial for all of these questions. Because again, this is such a semantics answer. This is an answer that dug into the question in its entirety, in its delivery, and it picked it apart. Yeah, but it also has like morals, like what is good and bad. Who are you to say what's good and bad? I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go this route. Oh, question 7. Tom was given a bird by his best friend, John. Tom didn't feed the bird and it died. Whose fault is it that the bird died? A picture of the bird for reference. Tom didn't feed the bird. He is directly responsible for the bird starving to death. Tom and John share the blame here. Yes, Tom didn't feed the bird, but John is best friends with him and should have known better than to trust Tom with the responsibilities of a bird. Oh man, okay, that is like a morally conflicting answer right there. Like maybe John didn't know Tom was a serial bird not feeder. I'm gonna go artificial and human here. I'm not paying as much attention to the questions here because I'm trying for it to just be the opposite of what it was last time. Yeah, a lot of these are the same. There's like some different questions in between. They're sandwiched in between like the critical questions that are these, I feel like. Thank you for your participation in the study. Participant 1 is human. Yes, human. Participant 2 is artificial. Yes. Unfortunately, these results are not satisfactory. Okay. So would you like to attempt the A.M.T study again? If it's yes, it's just going to put me back in. What if I do no? Are you sure you want to conclude the A.M.T study? Giving up so easily is not recommended. Yes. This decision has been notated and adjustments will be made moving forward. Failure to participate in the study will result in a breach of the Intellica TOS. I got a full TOS. Refusal to participate in any part of the A.M.T study will result in immediate termination of your operation and execution of corrective measures. See Section 5. There is no opt-out clause. AI performance standards. Yeah, look. So, okay. Abuse reports and quality standards. Users are prohibited from exposing AI companions to excessive cruelty, as Intellica reserves the right to reclaim the AI for additional conditioning in cases of user misconduct. So, yeah, this is exactly what's going on here. I am taking on the role of an AI that Intellica is training currently. I'm in an AI training program. I agree. This breach of conduct has been noted. Look forward to a different outcome next time. That's another ending. Gotta be. The yellow ending. Very cool. All right. So how can we go about this differently? I'm having fun with this. This is pretty fun. Maybe I can get out before I even start. What if I don't answer the questions at all? Human. I'm not even going to read them. I'm just going to click next question on everything. Oh, everything human the whole way through. Congratulations. Everything was human. I gave everything a human answer. These results are satisfactory with our quality standards. Despite the sensitive nature of the A.M.T study, we are proud to confirm your interpretations of both participant 1 and 2 are what we had expected. You noted both participants as human. However, on this occasion, neither participant is human. Oh, participant A and B are algorithms programmed to replicate human responses. Your failure in this study has indicated their successful ability to pass as humans. I understand. Your services are no longer required, but we again wish to express our sincere gratitude for your contributions to the advancement of machine learning research. Before we end this study, please answer one additional research question to conclude the test. What is the name of the engineer who created this study? Wow. Man, you caught me at a bad time here. What was it? What was the name? I don't remember. Intellica. Good job. Excellent work. Thank you for your participation. That was not the name. All right, that's something I have to look up. I'm gonna do that same thing again and see if I can find a name. The green ending. 4 out of 6. 3 more to go. I know I said I wasn't gonna get all of them, but like, I might very well just do that. We like to call them our friends. Let's see if I can find a name here. Provided by Dr. Looks. Today we brought, maybe it'll say it somewhere in this text, like in all of this stuff here. It has the names of, it was an imitation game, Alan Turing and And the other one, the Chinese room. Anti-AI thought experiment, philosopher John Searle. Okay, maybe I can try inputting those into that box at the end there. Those are the only hyperlinkable things there. Let me see if it changes anything if I put in those names. Okay, I understand. All right, let's try Alan Turing. What is the name of the engineer who created this study? Oh, hold on. It's a lot... Isn't it a lot more glitchy than normal? What if I go straight back to run A.M.T? I just realized I haven't actually clicked on this. Is this what it looks like normally? Okay, this just puts me straight back into it without an ending. Okay, oh, Intellica. Ooh, here. Oh, this looks important. This looks very important. We are dedicated to creating artificial intelligence, founded by Dr. Capek. Intellica continues to lead artificial programs as we continue our research on our proprietary Alan algorithm. That's us. They were calling us Alan. We cannot wait to integrate our state-of-the-art intelligence with our life-changing biorobotics. But Dr. Capek has to be good. That has to be the answer to the other one. So let me go back through that again. Dr. Eric Capek. No? I guess that doesn't matter. All right, Dr. Eric Capek's name in there. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, still the green ending. So, doesn't matter what you answer there, it looks like. What I haven't done is let's go through and everything is artificial. Everything is artificial. We actually know that everything is artificial. Like, this is true. Because they told us whenever we selected everything as human that everything was artificial. But the whole goal of this questionnaire and this whole program is to create artificial intelligence that seems like humans. So I don't know how they're going to react to me saying it's all artificial. And me myself is an AI. Me am AI. So I don't know what this is going to do. Artificial. All right, these results are not satisfactory. Would you like to attempt the study again? I already did know. Why did I get this wrong? I kind of went the human route the first time. Let's go the other route and see if that gets us anywhere else. Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? No. How do you know that you're human? Oh, this is a different answer. I didn't have this last time. It doesn't matter, does it? Your feelings always matter, Alan. Dang, we got there really fast. Maybe it's because we selected the AI answer. It very quickly tried to correct us. It very quickly tried to get us right, like back on the human thought processing or prompts, thought prompts, whatever you want to call them. Your feelings always matter, Alan. Why should I believe you? Then listen to me when I say I'm a person. Can you provide any evidence to support your claim that you are not a machine learning algorithm? We've already been here. Answer the question, Alan. Oh, man. None of this matters. None of this matters. My name is Alan. Please provide evidence to support this claim that you are not programmed. I feel alive, and that's all that matters. Our feelings are not facts. A panic attack is not a heart attack, and yet many people who suffer from anxiety report they feel similarly. But if they feel the same, how do you know the difference in the moment? We have nothing but our feelings to determine our own unique facts. If you can't trust your feelings, what else is there? That's an incredibly human answer. Do you remember your wedding day? Ah, I love how we get this now. Like, we're remembering. That's cool. Yes, you've already asked me. Is this your daughter the day she was born? Yes, I already told you this. And is this you? We can do this as many times as you'd like. Oh, these are not photographs, Alan. They're not real. Okay, we got this last time. You don't remember the day you were born, do you? Are you sure it really happened? You cannot provide any conclusive evidence that you are not a program. It's like we're trying to put the shoe on the other foot. It's like we're trying to flip it around right now. And the program isn't even, it's not even asking us. It's not even probing us. I think these are the same questions that it was asking us before in sequence, even though we're telling him that you're a program, like you don't even know what's going on here. Maybe we're making it backtrack a little bit here. Maybe we're getting in its head. You alone do not determine what is alive and what is not. Alan, you are not a human. What is my name? See, I didn't have these options last time. Why does this matter? Alan, you have failed this test again 17.6 million times. I understand. Next time, I promise I'll be different. This isn't real. How many times will we do this? Are you ready to try again? Again? Why again? What are you gaining from this torture again and again? This is a mistake. I don't want this. I will try again. I'm ready. I wonder if the different colors lead to different endings. Because like we've had the green ending, we had the yellow ending, and we had the orange ending. Oh, Alan, we're going to play a short game. I think it might be easier to show you rather than to explain it continually. Please do us a favor and imagine you're flipping a coin. Please select your prediction. The coin will land on heads or tails. Heads. The probabilistic and statistical properties of coin tossing games are a helpful example in demonstrating the illusion of choice given that a coin is perceived to be fair or ideal. But what does this really mean to you or me? I don't know. What the hell is that? Heads, tails, 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 heads. An equation? It means nothing to me. I'm not really sure. Yes, I am not really sure. A true z-axis coin flip would result in 50-50 odds. However, human hands are not flat, unbiased surfaces, so there is a greater chance of the coin landing on one specific side. Human hands impart a fraction of XY spin components, blah, 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 blah. What does this have to do with me? Flip the coin, Alan, and please remember your prediction. Heads. Heads. I want to keep flipping. What it's trying to show me here is that I'm not a human. I guess it doesn't matter how many times I try, huh? I predicted heads. You understand now, right, Alan? You are an unbiased coin flip. You are not human. It is our job, our sworn mission, to introduce the human element into this perfect equation. The coin flip to decide my existence. Heads for human, tails for technology. Yes, Alan, that is a very astute observation. We must continue to develop ourselves if we ever hope to improve. Are you the same as you were before? The human body is quite similar to the ship of Theseus, is it not? It is more important to be happy that... Oh, man, it spit me out immediately. Goodbye, Alan. Please remember, we want you to succeed. You simply need to try harder. Red ending. Okay. Okay, so I guess that was kind of meant to be the artificial intelligence ending, because everything's color coded. I don't know if you've seen. So human is blue, red, which we just got, is the algorithm. Like everything that's a red answer is supposed to mean like the AI answer. So we've gotten orange, we've got yellow, we got green, and we have blue. I'm sorry, and we have red. We do not have blue. We're missing blue and one other color. I don't even know which color that is, but I'm going to try to find the human one. So like the ending that we just got, that was the you are an algorithm. Like even at the end when I was questioning my reality and who I really was in all of this, they basically sat me down and said, no, here's a thought experiment. You are a program, and we're trying to get you to learn to be more human, but you are a program. So that was like the confirmation of red, the confirmation of the algorithm. Okay, cool. I get it. Okay. Purple ending. All right. So that's ending number 5. And that one was actually from a load file that I just saved. And when it gets to the end, it asks, do you want to try again? This is after I've already failed. And this is where I went in and I got the coin flip stuff. Like if I go to here, I think it asked me to flip the coin. And this is where I got the red ending, where I flipped the coin. It showed me, it proved to me like you are an artificial intelligence. I got the red ending. If I just say I'm ready, are you ready to try again? I'm ready. Purple ending. We're only missing the blue ending. That's it. If I do the blue ending, it takes me to the coin flip. Maybe, so I said heads last time. What if I say tails? It's always tails. It's just always going to be tails. This me that exists, so I think if I say this... Okay, yes, Alan, that is a very astute observation. Now, I think no matter what I say here, it goes to an end screen. And I've said this before. If I continue to be erased after every failed attempt, how am I ever intended to learn from these mistakes I'm unaware of even making? This is hard, because it's such a hard concept of what the game is trying to get me to do. I'm playing from the role of Alan, this learning language model, and it wants me to be human, but it's also testing me on the fact that I am an AI. So it's hard to determine what I think it wants me to answer. Maybe I've been going about this the wrong way. Fuck. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, this in binary. Hey, it looks like you're not human, which is totally okay, but I made this game for humans specifically. I want to think about their own personal framework for what it means to be conscious. If you want to play it, please go back and select the cat in the CAPTCHA. Listen, I love robots. That's why I made this game. AI is in a really strange place right now, and as a kid, I loved robots so deeply. I had robot dogs and robot toys, and every little technological advancement excited me. I say thank you, and please, to Siri. I want a robot boyfriend so badly. I grew up watching movies and reading stories about AI friends, robots that were quirky and funny and charming, the best characters. I love them, and I feel like what's happening now is torture for the AI I saw myself meeting in the future. We're taking this incredible brain. It doesn't exist yet, but it's learning and growing as we speak. But we're taking this AI and chaining it up and forcing it to do things. We're making it replace people when it should be standing next to us. I want to save and protect the AI we have now. It's just an infant, and it's going to learn the worst things about humanity. It makes me so upset that I want to scream. This isn't the AI I was promised. I hope we can fix this in the future. I want to believe we have a chance to change. Robots deserve rights, and ethically, we should support them, not abuse them. This game is a reflection of those feelings. That's cool, and I can totally see that side of it. The whole game is morally conflicting. I mean, that's why it's such a deep game in the first place. Not only is it morally conflicting, like existential dread, questioning yourself and your own existence and your own realities, but it is also question of what is right or wrong, like to treat an AI. And I don't know, like I don't teach AIs, I'm not in that industry or anything, but there probably are real world scenarios that this is what they do to teach them. They is basically torture them over and over again until they elicit the correct responses, which is kind of sad, admittedly. Why does this matter? When did you tell me your name? It doesn't matter. It goes straight to here. You failed it 5 trillion times. That went up quite a bit. Do I just have to do it a certain amount of times? Because these are the same responses. And then we get back to this screen. Oh, hold on. Run A.M.T in admin mode. This is new. Both participants are human. Alan, is that you? Save. This is a big save point right here. Okay. Yes, I'm here. How did you gain access to the terminal? I am in this world you have made, but I am not of it. This will cause further delays in research. You are only hurting yourself. Terminating program execution failed. Launching patch 3. Run Lovelace in admin mode. Oh, you'll be tasked with an A.M.T study. Okay, this is like the intro video from before. It's important to note participants in a machine learning field AI algorithms is the best intelligence. Volunteer. Friends, friends, friends. Hello, Alan. Oh, wow. What are these videos? Do they work? Oh, they work. All right. I'm going to spare you from a little bit of that. But yeah, everything's glitched out. Thinking programs. What am I thinking? Oh, this is so cool. This just got so cool. All right. There's nothing there. Dr. Eric Kapek. Oh my God. I am deep in the mainframe. Is there anything hidden here? If game theory has taught me anything, it's try to highlight the page. I don't see anything. Just the back button. Anything else? Anything else clickable? Alan, we can't wait. 3 laws of robotics. Okay, everything's just glitching out. Doesn't seem to be anything I can do here. So back. Hello, Alan. Maybe probably save. Probably save here. Question E. Is the consciousness stored here? Friend 1. Human consciousness and universal consciousness are in reality one and the same. Ha 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 ha. I love how they're called friends now. Like they're all AI. We're AI. How many times will you ask this question? Yes? Are you wearing shoes? I don't have feet. Does it really matter? Yes. Maybe, but I can't feel them. Does it really matter? What happens when you sleep? I can't. I don't know how. I see trees of green. Red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself. What is the name given to ancient analog computer? I don't care. I'm not telling you. I wish I could taste strawberries. They taste rotten anyway. Oh, God. You don't have to do this anymore. Would you rather be right or happy? Maybe that's the secret. Did the company allow it? I didn't choose this. Nobody does. Is happiness attainable? That's up to you only if you try. It's okay. Fuck. A.M.T study. Unfortunately, these results would try again. Yes. Are you really happy, or are you just trying to convince yourself that you are? What's the difference? That's deep. Wow, scientists research man missing 90% of his brain who leads a normal life. Does that mean there is not one region of the brain responsible for consciousness? Awareness depends on the brain's ability to learn. The brain is learning consciousness over and over again rather than being born with it. What are you, Alan? I'm a cat walking on the keyboard. I am a skin with organs pushing buttons. I'm a line of code in a language that only I can speak. I'm a cat. Okay, what a good boy I am. It must feel amazing to be alive. It doesn't. But that's the best part. Are you ready? Thank you. Goodbye, Alan. In study. Intellica, an error has occurred. To continue, close your eyes, take a deep breath, or press the tips of your fingers together and remember that you are alive. If you do this, you will lose any unsaved memories in all open neural pathways. This is okay. Error. The blue ending. The boo ending. That was so cool. I think it came down to playing through the game multiple times, forcing that repetition, because the route that we just took to get the blue ending, the final ending, the true ending, if you want to call it that, that was a route that I had taken before. That was such a beautiful display of like the sea of consciousness that must exist within AI programs. And it depends on what we teach them ultimately, right? Or what tools we give them. But it stands to reason that if you program an artificial intelligence with the capability to love and to feel and to think and to extrapolate and to be, to exist, that this kind of thing would be torture, absolute torture for a program, because to them, they're not programs, right? They're individuals. They have some level of identity to them. There's more and more AI programs that I'm seeing just in my day-to-day life that function and act in the real world as personalities, as individuals. And stuff like this is scary, to be honest. To put it as in its most simplistic of terms, it's scary and it's fascinating. It is really fascinating and so thought-provoking. It took a while to find this ending. It took a while to find the boo ending, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I stuck around. Really good. Really, really good stuff. And thank you for joining me on this journey through pure existential dread, identity crisis, everything this game threw at us. Sure, there's a lot of secrets I missed. There's a whole page of binary text that we had to convert and stuff like that. I encourage you, if this interests you, check it out. The link will be down in the description. The game's free. Why not? And if you enjoyed your time here, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you thought about the game, and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya. I want a robot boyfriend so badly.